So I have maybe potentially more difficult question for you. You have very, very little criticism of let's just go with your mom right now. Everyone has wonderful things to say about her.
Do they?
Well, she lifted women up in a way that I think a lot of women needed.
Yeah.
Which was rare in that time. And she was in an industry that was predominantly male dominated. I'm curious, like, do you have any criticisms like of her that you...
How long do we have? No,
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, look, okay. So first of all, I will say that she is the reason that I'm in the place that I'm in today. Like, let's be real. Like, I rode in to the industry on her coattails. Like, I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for Suze Randall. Like, that's no joke. So, she really, helped. She taught me everything that I knew. Maybe not lighting and stuff because she doesn't know how to operate that specifically, but she knew what she wanted. Posing was a big part of it. I learned like all of my posing, my cropping from her, how to treat models, really important that girls always felt safe and sexy and cared for. Like, it shocked me that there were photographers out there that would like make girls cry on a regular basis. And that was like, okay.
How could you get...
I don't know. Because it's just like, I mean, my mom used to always say, and she was so right. She's like, your pictures are only as good as your model feels. And that's true. Like, if you make a girl feel like shit, like, you're not going to get the end product that you want. So if she shows up late, if she's a pain in the ass, you still have to be nice to her. Maybe you don't hire her again.
Yeah.
But you're still going to be nice to her.
Right. You try and get the best version of her.
Yeah. Because if I like take her into the corner and I yell at her, like,
right.
what the fuck am I getting? I'm getting nothing out of the day. I may as well just send her home. And I've actually found that often girls who I was told were divas or difficult by other people were actually fine with me because I treated them with respect.
Right. You were respecting them.
And I gave them the things that they needed.
Right.
And I communicated with them and I checked in with them, which is something that they didn't get from other people.
Yeah, you're just such a badass, Holly. Why? You're just a badass.
I know. I'm just kidding. So yeah, those were like some really important things that she taught me. And, kind of coming up in the porn industry, I came up in, what I call like the Suze bubble, right? Like, we had a very controlled set, only worked with, her crew members and never really deviated from that. When I started branching out on my own, because once like the internet came along and video started to really streaming started to become like a big thing, my mom just did not want to shoot video because she was a photographer. She didn't want to go there. I saw where the future was. She didn't want to go there. So I started fighting with her and I went off on my own. And I started like shooting for Adam and Eve was the first company that I shot for on my own. And then Twisties actually. And then I started to kind of like see how other sets worked. But I definitely was like very protected in the beginning. So all these stories that,
When people probably weren't going to fuck with you because they knew your mom.
Right.
Right. And your mom is this bulldog. It's like, I'm going to come after you.
Yes.
You fuck with me.
I mean, there are performers to this day that like people are afraid of who treat me very well because of like who my mom was. Like, I know that, like, I don't take that for granted.
Yeah.
But I will say that like one of the things that I struggled with when I was kind of like coming into my own and coming up in the industry was she started to get like kind of competitive with me.
Oh, interesting.
Which felt strange to me, right?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm your daughter. Like, why are you becoming...
My success is our success.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, why are you like becoming like jealous of me? And like, why are you like becoming competitive with me? And it got like, it got, difficult. And I would like talk to my dad about it. And I mean, and it wasn't until I think really like in the last 10 years or something that I started to see like where she was, because she was like coming to the end of her career, right? And she had always, her identity was like being Suze Randall, right? And that was like her personality, and everything about her was built around that. And I think like with the way that like technology was advancing and the way the adult industry was changing, and she wasn't moving along with that, and she was starting to feel like left behind. Like that's a really hard thing.
Yeah, right.
And I don't think I understood or appreciated that at the time because I was young and I just wanted to be successful. And I was just like, I wasn't like thinking about things from her perspective.
Yeah. And
I was just thinking about myself and like, how could I be successful and how could I get out from under her shadow, which I'd always been. So yeah, I think I was really inconsiderate of what she was going through at the time.
Were you guys like actually spar? Like, would you?
Oh
fight?
yeah, no, we were fighting a lot. Yeah. And then like I really branched off and started just doing my own thing. And then she, pretty much ended up retiring. And now she's like so proud of me.
Yeah.
Like everything that I do, like she's so proud of me and that isn't there anymore. But I think I really didn't appreciate how hard it is to like once you start to lose that part of your life, then like, who are you?
Right. If your whole identity has been wrapped around like, I am this character, I am this photographer, I do these things.
Yeah.
And then the industry moves on without you.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
And it's
and
crazy.
you see your daughter like thriving in it at the same time.
Yeah. And I think I just wasn't kind or considerate of her feelings at all. So that's definitely like on me. And it's actually kind of sad now because it used to be that I was Suze Randall's daughter and that's all anybody knew me as.
Right.
Right. And I wasn't like my own person and people were always comparing me to her. And now like people don't even know who she is anymore. Like a lot of the younger girls are like, who's Suze Randall? But they know who I am.
Yeah.
And that's like, that actually kind of like makes me sad.
Yeah.
Because she really was like somebody who came up in a world where it was really hard for women, Really
hard. Really, really hard.
Yeah. And I have to say, my mom and anybody who's worked with my mom will say like, my mom can be a bully. Like she can be not nice. She always wants to be the one in power and like, the center of attention and like that kind of thing.
She like that just at work or is she like that at home?
No, she's like that just in general. And I remember complaining about that, I think, to like Andrew Richardson of Richardson Magazine. And he said something to me that like, I really like never forgot. And he goes, yeah, but you don't understand the world in which your mother came up in. Like you have no idea what that was like. Like the misogyny in that world, the way that like women were not allowed into this boys' club. And your mom had to navigate that. And she had to become like this person, like almost like this, this bully person, this strong woman who could just like bulldoze her way through like the Hugh Hefners and the Larry Flints and the Bob Guccionis of the world.
Yeah.
And she had to create like these walls and this persona. And, like that's just who she is. But like, look at what she accomplished with that. And I was like,
accomplished and changed. I mean, she changed the industry because she was there and able to like respect women in the way that they deserve to be respected, where it wasn't happening before.
Yeah. And I think I just, when he said that, I was like, you know what? I didn't think about that. Like I didn't appreciate it. Like I didn't think about how hard it was for her back then and how like brave she was.
Right.
To like, to tell Larry Flint to like go fuck himself. Like everyone's scared of Larry Flint. She was the only person like who was not. So it gave me like a newfound respect for her. I think it's always the way, right? When you get older, you suddenly start
look
to
back
see
and you're like, that makes sense.
Your mom in a different light. You're like, oh,
the
this
challenges
was actually hard. All of this was hard. And you did the best that you could with what you were given.
Right.
And you had things a lot harder than I did. So like it definitely gave me like a newfound respect for her.